Everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So it's finally time to test out the Arc Ultra once again, and it's almost been a year since we tried it out. We tried it out the same week that it got released, and it was released around late October last year, around 29th or 30th of October. And yeah, so it's gonna be exciting to try it out. I've done this video, this is the third time I'm trying to do this video, and I hope this time it gets finished, because first time I don't know what got wrong, so I had to redo it, and the second time I forgot to turn on the mic, and so yeah, that was like 3-4 hours of a waste of time. But yeah, the Arc Ultra versus the original Arc, or the old Arc, whatever you want to call it, is the test we're gonna do today. And we're gonna do the first test is a speech and dialogue test, and after that we're gonna do a little bit of an action scene. So we're gonna see how the old Arc and the new Arc Ultra performs in those scenes. So that's gonna be the first test, is the dialogue test and the speech test. And I just saw that the Arc Ultra actually has, let me just turn that on just quickly for you guys. There. So as you can see, in speech enhancement they now got max. Okay, so last year when I tried it out, I think that the maximum was high, that we got low, medium, high, but we didn't have max when I tried it out, as far as I can remember. But they got max now. I don't know what that means, if that's even better than high, but we're gonna see that and see how it performs in that dialogue speech test that we're gonna do now in the first one. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that before I reconnect my Sonos Arc. That's gonna be the first one that we're gonna try out. So I'm gonna show you guys the settings during the video test, so you guys can see what settings that I'm using and which speaker is which. You can see it up above the little screen that I'm having next to the video itself, the video test. So yeah, speech and dialogue test. The movie is Predator, Killer of Killers, that we're gonna see and test out. So let's go.
There are no others, Seaweed. We searched every dwelling and slew every cribbage tribesman.
This is the last one.
You know who I am.
You are Ursa, Valkyrie of the Northern Seas.
I am Ursa, daughter of Einar. I am searching for your leader, the chieftain called Zoran. Where is he? You might look around and think, I am the lucky one. I am still alive. You would be wrong. They are the lucky ones.
No, 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 no!
Where is Zoran? Where?
He has built an immense fortress, many leagues to the east, high above Lake Ladoga. Let me live, please.
So that was the old Arc, or the original Arc, and as you can see, the only option you got for speech enhancement is on or off, so you cannot do whatever they have on the Arc Ultra, and it sounds pretty good. I'm gonna talk about something after the video test that I'm gonna do now with the Arc Ultra, but like I said before, the settings are on the screen next to it, so you can see that I'm using the same settings, and the volume is gonna be pretty much the same. But I'm gonna turn the volume down a little bit with the Arc Ultra, so you can see how it performs in low volumes and in high volumes. So pretty much what I did with the original Arc, but I'm gonna go to 40 and I'm gonna turn it down to 20, so you can see how it performs with low. And then I'm gonna change as well the medium to high to max, so you can see the difference between these options as well. So that's gonna be what I'm gonna do now. So let's go try out Arc Ultra speech and dialogue test. Let's go.
There are no other sequel. We searched every dwelling and slew every cribbage tribesman.
This is the last one.
You know who I am.
You are Ursa, Valkyrie of the Northern Seas.
I am Ursa, daughter of Einar. I am searching for your leader, the chieftain called Zoran. Where is he? You might look around and think, I am the lucky one. I am still alive. You would be wrong. They are the lucky ones.
No, 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 no!
Where is Zoran? Where?
He has built an immense fortress, many leagues to the east, high above Lake Ladoga. Let me live, please.
Give him a merciful death.
And that was the speech and dialogue test with the Arc Ultra. So before I say anything about comparing anything between these two, let me just do the action scene as well. The reason why I do this separately and not side by side like other YouTubers is because you can now go back and forth and see and look for specific things if you want in the video itself. I think that's a little bit better, and keep in mind you will hear the difference a lot better if you wear headphones. So if you got Sonos Ace, this is your chance to use them, or AirPods Max, or whatever you're using to your to watch something on your TV. But headphones is the best options if you really want to hear the big difference between these two speakers. So yeah, a little bit action scene with the original Arc. Let's go.
The boy!
That was the original Arc, man, a beast of a speaker. I love my original Arc. That's why I kept it. That's why I didn't change it, because yeah, we're gonna talk about that later on. But so the Arc Ultra with the same settings that I used before, max volume is going to be around 50, 60, something like that. So, and we're going to keep the speech enhancement on medium because we don't really need that speech enhancement during an action scene. So we're going to use medium on speech enhancement, which was on with the original arc. So let's go. And that was the Arc Ultra. Man, that sound motion that Sonos talked so much about last year before releasing the Sonos Arc Ultra is really, really amazing. It is that good. It is at least 25 to 30% better in the bass. I don't know if you guys could feel that in the last seconds of that scene, but it was really, really good. Now, when it comes to the speeches and dialogues, I would say it's still around what I talked about last year, 25% better than the original arc. And I don't know if you guys could notice that as well. When I went from high to max, I could barely hear any difference in the speech and dialogues. Like high sounded pretty much like max, and I don't know what the big difference is in that. If you guys know, because this is the first time I'm trying it out. So if you guys have been using the Sonos Arc Ultra, when did they introduce the max settings? And if you can comment about if you have watched any movie and you really feel that there is a big difference between high and max. But back to that sound motion, man, the bass is amazing. And we actually got real 9.1.4 in the Sonos Arc Ultra, right? The Sonos the original arc was 7.1.2, but you could get 7.1.4 if you had additional surround speakers, pretty much. So, but that extra two height channels makes a really big difference, especially if you really love your Atmos effects and all that. The Arc Ultra is amazing with pushing that stuff out as well. But let me also say that if you're like me and you have 2.5 meters from the sitting position to your soundbar, does that really make a difference? Yes and no. It all depends on, do you love bass? Then the sound motion in the Arc Ultra is going to do a lot of stuff for you, and especially if you're just going for the soundbar. If you're not thinking about buying a sub or surround speakers for a couple of years ahead, then if you're going to buy something right now, and if you're asking me, should I go for the original Arc or the Arc Ultra, and if you can get your hands on that 30% discount that Sonos are giving out right now. They are pushing out that 50% from speaker upgrades and pushing them out to 30% instead of giving 15%. Then I would say 100% go for the Arc Ultra, because that speaker is gonna satisfy you a lot more than the original Arc. But for me, since I have the whole immersive audio setup with the with my Arc, with the original Arc, it's gonna be interesting to see how the Arc Ultra performs with dual sub and surround speakers. So that's gonna be in tomorrow's test, hopefully tomorrow, but how the big difference is between these two setups. So original Arc, 2 subs, Era 300s versus Arc Ultra, 2 subs, Era 300s. But for now, that sound motion is making a lot of difference in the soundbar itself. And like I said, if you want the real 9.1.4 from Sonos, then there is no much discussion to it. That's the Arc Ultra. If you're going with the original Arc, at least if you want real immersive sound, you have to go with the original Arc, and then you go with the Era 300s or Era 100 if you don't want to go all in with it. Or if you want to go all in, you go for 2 like this, which is the Sonos 5s, the best surround speakers out there if you want power, sound and everything coming from the back of your head. Then I still love my 5s. I still get hate for saying that, I know, but for me, my Sonos 5s are still the #1 surround speakers that I use 70% of the time. No, 60% of the time, and 40% of the time I change it to the Era 300. So I mostly use my Sonos 5 as surround speakers. They are that amazing. But back to the Arc Ultra. So yeah, if you're just gonna go for the soundbar, I would say try to get your hands on the 30% discount and go buy the Arc Ultra, because for me, I'm doubtful I would even go for the Arc Ultra if it wasn't for that 30% discount. I'm gonna be totally honest, because for me, I'm really happy with my original Arc. Like, it's still that amazing. It's an amazing soundbar. So yeah, stay tuned for tomorrow's video. Guys, if you have the Arc Ultra and you have compared it to your original Arc side by side in a couple of scenes or movies, I would like to know what you guys think are the best features with Arc Ultra, so people can take advantage of that also in the comment section. And I would like to know what you guys think about having the Arc Ultra with the Era 300s and dual sub, or maybe you just have it with Era 100s. I don't know what surround setup you guys have, but I would like to know. And like I said before, the high and max on speeches and speech enhancement, I would like to know what you guys think about that as well, those of you that have the Sonos Arc Ultra. So yeah guys, stay tuned for tomorrow's video, because we are gonna do a whole ultimate Sonos setup versus Sonos setup. So comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.